Hi, this is Peggy Clary of Clary Law Offices doing our video blog on different topics of estate planning. And today's topic is something that is coming up more and more in my conference planning with clients, so I thought it'd be good to touch base. But it's estate planning in the time of recession. And a lot of my clients have adult children who are losing their employment through the various layoffs happening, or they're even seeing their own portfolio suffer under the market conditions in today's economic world. And so they're asking me, in this recession environment, how can I preserve my legacy for my heirs, which many times for us is our adult children or other family members. And the question has such an easy answer, but like everything else in life, the easy is sometimes not so simple to do. And there's two prongs when you're trying to figure out how to preserve your legacy in these difficult times. The first is when you're living, checking your planning to make sure that, one, it's done, or two, if you did it many years ago, you refresh to make sure that the plan you currently have will avoid having any complexities in administration. And a great example is that is many times in life there's a later in life marriage, and Florida law gives a significant number of spousal rights, whether you're married 1 minute or 50 years, Florida doesn't distinguish. And so while you think maybe my new wife won't want anything, and we had this great talk and we all agreed, in actuality, post your death, you'd be amazed how many times those automatic statutory rights are exercised, and the legacy you had in your mind leaving to your heirs is suddenly reduced due to the rights and monies that are paid out to this later in life spouse. So just checking your planning and making sure it currently reflects where you are. The other way is actually thinking about, do I even have planning? So to make sure, because it is much more costly to administer trust and estates and documents, that when you don't have any versus having all that lined up. So even just a simple will save your heirs many hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars of having to prove in the court system that they're your heir and entitled to take part of your estate. The other way is to use the really effective tools under Florida law that are available to pass legacy or pass money to beneficiaries without getting entangled and enmeshed in our court system. So number one, the easiest option many families currently utilize is something called beneficiary planning. So on your bank account, you can leave that payable on death, and then when you die, that beneficiary can produce your death certificate to the financial institution, and the financial institution will almost immediately remit or give payment to them. And Florida, thankfully, doesn't have the dreaded death tax in the majority of what we do, but that's assets that pass to that beneficiary outside of probate administration. There's no tax taken out of it, and they collect that asset. That type of planning is very common when you have an IRA. You'll see beneficiary planning for life insurance, but you can do the same for your bank account. The other way is stock accounts. You can do a really effective planning tool called Transfer on Death, TOD. And again, it passes outside the probate process, so it's not available to the payment of creditor claims. And most importantly, it's an immediate carryover of the wealth to the beneficiary you're looking for. So recession planning can happen in estate planning. It's a very scary time, but if the goal, and it should be the goal, to preserve the legacy, the monies you're passing to your beneficiary, then just looking at your plan when you're living, making sure it properly reflects your life circumstances and heirs, and then using beneficiary titling is a really effective means to preserve your money, so at your death, even in these difficult times, the money can go to the heirs you want. Hope this information was helpful. The website at www.clarylaw.com has even more videos on different topics involving estate planning and estate administration. And if we can help you here at Clary Law, we're happy to do so. Thanks again for spending a few moments of your time with us.